Hey kids, Inverted Cow here, welcome back to Space Engineers. I had to take a bit of a break for personal reasons, so hopefully I'm back. I recorded an episode where I explained a bit of combat that we had, and unfortunately I didn't post it. Because I basically talked, and that was all I did. Stood in a corner and talked. Kind of like I'm doing now. So I ran into space pirates on the last episode, and I had said I was going to browse the workshop. So I browsed the workshop, and I found myself a lovely little thing. It's an older ship, and I'm here in my creative world, so you're not worrying that you missed something. But this, let me just jump in the cockpit here, is in fact a very good replica of a Klingon bird of prey. It has some defects, not a lot, but it does some. The wings aren't cantered properly, like they're flat and they're supposed to be in an attack formation. Hold on a second. Number 9. The shots are from the shots from the main weapons are just rockets. They go straight forward, but they are far enough apart that you can miss a fairly large chunk of thing inside, so they have to be aimable. I actually bumped into an asteroid testing this out, so I'm missing the guns on that side. There is a torpedo bay down here. It's way too small for anything that I would use, but it's for making like a breach torpedo, I'm guessing. I don't know if there is a proper what the heck do you call that? Like a proper blueprint for this or not, because it didn't seem to load anything. Most of the command blocks, programmable blocks, just seem to be dead if you bring them up. And yeah, everything seems to have been made in German. You know, so there's this too. But if I edit, you know, it just has the default text in there, so I'm not sure if there was actually text in these or not. Not too worried about it because I can work with that. This goes down, of course, into the torpedo room. Make sure my grinders are off. Oh, my welder's on. Oh, there. Okay, it is projecting a blueprint. So it is projecting a blueprint. The blueprint's just obviously out of alignment. I'll have to fix that up. There we go. And button key. I gotta remember what game I'm playing. So I'm going to jump back into my survival world here, and we're going to start working on building a welding rig to actually make one of these. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Okay kids, we are back into the survival world. Where are we here? Okay. As I said, it's been about 2 weeks since, or a week since I played last. A little over a week now. So I'm trying to get my head back into this game. Last thing we did was we rated that. Oh right, yeah, we rated that POI. I found this thing. It was a POI. It was called a Salvage Yard, and it's basically there was a damaged ship floating there, and there's a yard next to it that launches drones, lots of drones, almost continuous rain of drones. It got so bad I had parked this ship here and was literally just shooting drones down and capturing drones as fast as I could, and I think I got a couple of tons of scrap metal. I plugged it into the system. It's already gone and it's probably started processing here, because I took some time and I did some fixes, repaired a lot of the damage to the ship. But scrap metal, yeah, it's only saying I have 613, but I think I had like a couple of thousand or 100,000 of scrap metal. It was ridiculous. I'm pretty good on most of my base materials right now. I mean, I'll need to get a lot more for this build, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna jump into this. I also I also loaded a couple of new mods into the mod pack here. Both of them are purely aesthetic mods. One, if I bring up my G menu here, one is not showing here. Okay, I added these two mods. This is Chill's floor pack. It's basically a couple of different flooring panels, and this armor ramp compendium. There we go. Now I got my ramps. The ramp mod offers basically every type of ramp you can imagine, every slope you can imagine. So I'm no longer just stuck with not being able to actually build sloped units. And Chill's floor pack offers 4 types of floor. These tiles here, let's just bring one up. They're only textured on one side. The other 3 sides just hold the standard hard or steel block texture. But they have the option so that you can make like walkways, corners. I believe this one also has a passage set. Could be looking on the wrong one. Floor, corner. Oh, this is type 2. Yeah, there's a door type. This one here is more for landing pads or large areas. This one here I really like. I might be able to show it here. It shows it doesn't show a wireframe of it. It's just you place the block and it actually shows a complete block. It's not complete, but that's okay. As you can see, it looks like a girdered industrial flooring. Of course, there's enough room that you can actually walk underneath of it. So if you put 2 of them back to back, so if you went 8, and you put this, well, we can say top and bottom here, like so. you've got enough space between. This is still, as you can see, the hip boxes are still here, but you now have enough space that you could very easily walk or move a large unit between these. They're not, these ones I don't believe are airtight, but that's okay because they're interior interior floorings, so that's something that's going to get added into that ship as well. Here, getting a little close. So we'll keep our eye on that. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to come over here, and I'm guessing maybe we just put a projector number 6 projector, and we'll just change the color palette on that so that we can see it. Put up our red, bright orange projector stuck to the batteries here. Now I've got this connector here so I can run a line down and put like piston welders or something on, so that's not a big deal. So we'll drop the projector down there. Okay, I need computers, motors, and large steel tubes and construction components. And there's our projector. Now where's our projector control panel? Hello, control panel. Panel of controls. Is there not a control panel on these projectors? Okay, it's a good thing there's a control panel on these things. So we need to find projector. P, if you please. P-R-O. Projector. Okay. Now we go to blueprints. We want this one here. I am going to delete. I was looking at a couple different ones. This one, yeah, no. We're going to what's the delete button on this thing? I don't see it. Okay, anyway. So this one here was made by B. Fummelin. It's a fairly good thing. Of course, he recommends that you don't land the ship on a planet, as you would need extra large hydrogen thrusters. That's not a big deal because I'll probably make a planet lander with it. Yeah, it has a gravity. He's got some gravity torpedo in there. But the reason I took this one is because there was no original mods needed. Now, I may actually add mods. Okay, so copy. Multiple grids are not supported, only the largest grid will be used. Right. You're only using one grid, so don't worry about it. Where is my programmable block again? Not programmable block, projector. Okay, I'm not going to show buildable yet, but we're going to. Oh, okay, it's projecting it. As you can see, it's projecting it right there. So first I'm going to, okay, so there we go. We have the projection, if you will, aiming down. It's clear of all the debris in the area. I think I should be able to get around this asteroid here with no problems. And the rest of the thing is in the building area that I normally build in. It's down a couple of blocks from the station altogether. So the next question is how to build this. Now, the majority of my build is going to be in that area of it. I wonder if I could flip that over 180 degrees. There's a good question. We're going to just do a little bit more tweaking here with this projector. Let's go 180. Yeah, goes 180 that way. Now I would have to offset it that many blocks. There we go. We managed to flip it over, so now the large area of the majority of the build is now visible, if you will. My big flabby ass cat is jumping on my desk again. That's because she just loves us. Okay, and if I offset it on that axis, looks like about 4 blocks. There we go. That gives me a good projection with good range of movement around it here. Might bring it back a couple of blocks. Okay, here we go. We've got this set up now, aligned. It's facing away from the base because the majority of my welding is going to be in this center area here. I want to probably have this closest to where I'm going to build my welding unit. So what we'll do is we'll grab ourselves some steel plate. I think I still have some on me. And we'll go to 6. Conveyor tube. Actually, let's just go straight to pistons. Okay, we're back. I have made a bunch of pistons that extend it a good portion of the way down the ship, a good portion of the way out, and hopefully a good enough portion down that I can actually hit some of the stuff here. Now, all I have to do is figure out how to get this to start being able to weld the ship. So I need to do is get some kind of a block over here that it can work with. I'm not entirely sure how to do that yet, but that's okay. We're getting there. I haven't adjusted these pistons anything other than just naming them. And I haven't adjusted their speeds, although I am going to drop their speed down. So I believe I have to come off the base over there and build a grid all the way over to this point here. So what I'll do is I'll just recharge my guy, and then I'll grab a bunch of blocks. See, now buildable blocks will show up like that with a different color texture to them. What I'm hoping is I can just build one block in the right location and it will consider it to be a buildable block. 2 or 3 attempts later, we might actually be finally set up the way I want it to be. Hopefully this welder will now pass through here and start welding on this block here. Which I can manually weld if I want to. But what we'll do is, I'm thinking I might just set a button up that retracts all 3 or all 4 of these pistons at once. Yeah, because I have a 4th piston, so it should go further out this way if I want to. But what we'll do our test, our first pass. We'll load up weld groups, and we'll toggle these on, and then we'll go Z piston 2, I believe. We'll start to reverse. Now this is only moving at 0.5 meters per second, so it's moving like painfully slow. But I'd rather it move too slow than too fast and smack into stuff and break things. I haven't used a piston welding system like this before, well, for a very long time anyway. I've used similar ones on ships, but it was all fairly small. It was usually one piston in one axis kind of deal, and the projection was solid. So this is the first large grid that I have built, particularly this size of a large grid that I have built using pistons at all. Okay, here we go. We're starting to get within range. I'm just worried that that block there is going to weld, and that's kind of my concern. Okay, I could probably speed this up, or it's already reached its minimum distance here. So what we'll do is we'll just jump on this guy and we'll hit reverse on that one. And we'll hit reverse on, well, we won't hit reverse on this one yet. We won't speed it up until I know I'm not welding in front of myself, which is what I'm concerned about. Just like it just did right there. Okay, yeah, it just welded 3 blocks directly in front of where I'm trying to go. So I want it to actually weld behind it rather than in front of it. The welders are on, right? Tips are hot. Oh, there we go. Now we're welding. We're welding in the direction I want it to weld. Uh-oh. Thank you for that. I really hadn't noticed.
Your health is critical.
No problems. We're not worried at all. Like I said, somebody should make a mod that gives you modular spacesuits so you can extend your health packs or extend your heating or something. Who knows? Alright. That piston has retracted, so we're going to do this guy. Reverse this guy. Is that the last one? More can you go in? You're gonna tell me that's all you've got, right? Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do a lot of extra welding by hand. That's okay. So what we'll do is we'll drop this down fully. Hopefully. What I'll do also is we'll turn this weld group off. Turn these off for a second while we completely pull it through the ship so it doesn't weld the blocks that it's on. Just turn this guy on. That one and this one. See, because if I'm right, this should drop down almost completely. Okay, I'm finding this system is more finicky and fussy than I am really too happy with. I'm constantly adjusting who's on, who's off, what's welding in, what's welding out, where everything's moving. Spend more time playing with the pistons than anything. I have to go recharge my guy yet again. I might look at using one of the area effect. Hush, talking. One of the area of effect mods that are out there, like they use like a nanite type thing or something like that. I'll have to look at the workshop and see what I can find. So maybe we'll load that up next episode and just get rid of these grinders because they are, seriously, they're not doing the job that I need them to do. As you can see, I've been at this now for probably an hour or so, and I've made a little tiny patch on a wing which is all steel plate and probably hardened steel plate as well, but it's yeah, I'm constantly jamming. Like, these welders are always sticking on stuff. I've never really been too fond of the welders. Now I know there's probably a better way to do this, and I'm probably doing it the stupidest way humanly possible, and I understand that. as I said, this isn't something I normally do. I don't normally build ships with welders, but this is, well, this is a fairly nice sized, well designed and good balanced ship for what I need. Like I said, there will be some modifications to it, and I might consider adding in a laser mod at some point here. So thanks all for watching, kids. I'm going to see if I can find a mod that allows me to weld without having to fart around with this constantly messing with these pistons thing here, because it's driving me absolutely insane. So thanks for watching, and good night for now.